Alright, so today we have a 2014 Silverado. We're going to be doing the factory backup tailgate handle camera for this vehicle. This is the factory non-camera handle that comes on some of the vehicles. We're going to actually be adding our factory style camera to this truck. I'm going to bring you over to the bench and show you our kit and exactly what it ships with and kind of go over a few things before we get started. Alright, so first thing first on the Silverado, we need to get this guy off. A lot of these trucks come with these plastic bed liners from the factory. So there's T15 Torx kind of screws all throughout the whole tailgate. We're just going to use our T15 and start popping them off. Once we get that guy out of our way, if you notice behind it, there's going to be this little knockout plate. Once you get your screws out, obviously this just comes off. Slide that in the bed. And there's going to be a couple of 10mm bolts holding this guy on here, one on each side. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is grab my 10. These guys here have to be released, and then I'll show you how to get the actual tailgate handle cam off. Alright, so with the 10mm, basically, just going to take out these two screws here, one on each side, these two bolts. Now these guys here actually have plastic little retainers. Basically you just kind of flick them off there and get the bars out of the way, just like so. We're going to remove the two tins, holding that in. And then from there, just kind of, there's a locking tab on the bottom here on both sides. We're just going to free that guy up and do that number, and the actual old assembly is out. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the new one, and we're going to be using our fish tape here to actually fish the wire through the tailgate. I'm going to grab our new handle and I'll come back and show you that. Alright, so I'm getting ready to actually install the new tailgate handle with the camera into the tailgate now. So basically you're just going to want to pull your wire for the actual power and all through the tailgate. The top of it comes in first, like so. And there's a couple of alignment pins here. Once you get them to that point, click it in, and the two pieces earlier that actually held it there, that'll actually hold it for you to get your 10mm back in there. Be careful going back in with these tins using an impact or something. This is all just plastic, and if you start ratcheting down on these bolts, you're going to destroy your new tailgate handle camera. So just barely tighten them up there. Obviously from this point we're just going to put these locking little factory terminals back on here. Pin goes in and it just clips around it. From that point I'm going to go ahead and give a actual ratchet and hand snug these by hand instead of the drill, and attach this wire to the fish tape and pull it through the tailgate. Alright, so basically what we have here is just a little improvised fish tape we've made up out of some zip ties. We're going to tape one end of the camera power plug to this guy. It just eases in pushing it through the tailgate here. On the 14 trucks now, most of these holes are already drilled right dead center of the tailgate. You feel your hand around, and then there's actually one that lines up with it in the actual bed of the truck here. So what I'm going to do is just push this wire through, kind of guiding it with my hand, like so. From that point we're going to shoot it through the hole in the actual bed and down kind of near the spare tire up underneath there. So I'm going to go ahead up under the truck and grab that and start pulling this wire through the tailgate, and be back here to show you the actual connections back here. So as you can see, I've already put the remaining pieces back on the tailgate that we removed earlier to get the camera handle installed. All of the T15 screws, I just went ahead and reinstalled all of these. This is the new tailgate handle camera. It's actually right up under the truck here, so as you can see, just to the bumper here, I've got my wire already pulled out and exited out of the tailgate assembly itself. And we're going to route it obviously over and with the other cabling on the bottom side of the truck, all the way up to the driver door and exit into the cab. So I'm going to go ahead and run my wire I'll kind of come back here and show you how I ran it here in just a second and give you some pointers. Alright, so we're back here in the Silverado. This is the one we actually added the MyLink tailgate handle camera system to. I'm going to go to reverse here and just show you on screen the image quality. So that's with the vehicle in reverse. As you can see, this is pretty much factory. It's got the factory turning guidelines, just like if you had to purchase the vehicle with the camera from the factory. And the resolution is actually very great. So that's the actual image. And with our system, as you can see, when you go back to drive, it stays on there until it times out. No error messages, nothing like that, like from some of our other competitors. So this is it. Go to reverse, it just activates itself. Obviously, it's factory as can be. For more info, call the number at the end of the video. Thanks for watching.